Alright, so I've already cleared out my boot. Don't mind those wires over there. Those are for my subwoofer. So I'm going to be trying to take off this trim here so that I can run a cable up through the bumper. I'm just going to like pull back this little rubber sealing thing and pry this up and see if it gives way, and hopefully it does. So far so good. I'm going to lift up this thing and it pulls out. Alright, for the next part there is a bit of fiddling that you have to do. So you got the thing here, you then just turn around, and as if you're looking from the inside, right here there's a rubber boot in here with a cable coming from it. I just pulled this out and shoved a coat hanger through the big gap here, and after a bit of fiddling you can get it to come out underneath the car. So as you can see, let me get that down on the floor. So as you can see there, here is the coat hanger, and do not drag this all the way down through, or else you're gonna have to go through a lot of fuffling again to get that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach the wire from the F1 rain light thing to this and pull it back up through the car until it comes back into the boot. Hopefully I explained that well, but if I didn't, push the coat hanger through that hole, comes out the bottom, you can grab it from underneath, attach the wire to the coat hanger and pull it back up. Right, so here we've got the F1 style rain light thing. I'm just going to use some tape to secure it to the hanger and drag the wire through. But first I'm just going to run the cable through the diffuser and under the car. Alright, so as you can see down there, it has been taped to the coat hanger, and I'm just going to pull it from the top. Hopefully it comes through. And as you can see, here is the wire. The tape like that. I'm going to take off the fin, the middle fin, and secure the light down there. That way the rest of the video is just going to be focusing up top. Okay, that was way harder than it needed to be to get those two little nuts and bolts out of the fin, but now that they're out it should just pull out. There we go, it's out now. So the two bolts I was getting out were the ones here. It was a hassle. The brackets are still down there, but they won't really be seen, so I'm just going to leave them there, as it's not worth the hassle to take them out. Here are the same headlight wires inside. So you have this white looking creamy wire. This is for the brake light. So I put the yellow wire on there so that when I press the brakes, it flashes the rain light. So it will flash like 4 or 5 times, then it will go to a solid light. If you don't want the flashing effect, or the strobe effect if you want to call it that, then just put the red wire onto this instead and just leave this one disconnected. But if you want the flashing strobe light, then put the yellow wire onto this white looking wire, because this is the brake light. If you're wondering where this area is, here's the back of the car. You have that grommet thing that I showed you earlier, and these wires are just here. I just undid this tape looking thing and spliced the wires here. So you want the yellow wire to go into this white one. Then there's a brown looking cable right here. As you can see, this browny looking one this is your grounds wire. So you want to put the black one to this brown wire, and then I've got the red cable, and I've got this onto this wire. Now this wire is just a 12-volt accessory wire, so you can put the red cable to either your brake light, so you could find the brake light cable down here. I didn't bother do that since I already had a 12-volt accessory cable from when I installed my subwoofer. But if you don't have one of these, you can literally connect this to anything that comes on when you turn on your car. So when you turn the key on to the accessory mode, anything that gets powered up from that, you can connect this red wire to, or you can just connect it to your actual brake light wire, which would be one of these wires down here. Like, it would be in port 6, so up here with the actual tail light connections, in number 6, plug number 6, or hole number 6, whatever you want to call it, that's the brake wire. I'll put a little diagram on the screen here for anyone that has a Polo, but it's number 6 is your lights, not brake wire. Scratch that, because that's the brake wire there. So just your lights that come on, that's what you want to connect the red wire to, or just any 12-volt accessory cable. If you don't want the strobing effect, you can connect the red wire to this. That way when you step on the brake, then this will light up, and when you come off the brake, it will turn back off to how it looks now. Then if you step on it, it will light up again. But if you just want this to be on when you turn on the car, then connect it to either your lights that come on when you turn on the car, so like one of these lights will just be on, or connect it to a 12-volt accessory port here. I'll try to put a better wiring diagram thing on the screen that maybe I've drawn up or something. That should help you a bit more if this is a bit confusing for you. But now all these cables are connected. I'm going to solder them up and put some electrical tape over it, and then put everything back together. But at the moment it works. I'm happy with it, and hopefully this has made it easier for you guys. So I'm going to tidy this all up. I'm not going to bother film it. It's literally just putting back everything that you took off. I'm just going to put it all back, show it to you, then I'll get some shots of it at night as well. Alright, so here it is. It's all finished. I've put everything back together. I'm just taking the car out onto the drive. So as you can see, there it is. I did put some Sikaflex on this, like some adhesive, as I was going to use the bracket, but I didn't want to drill into this. So I was just like, I'll just glue it on instead. I didn't use a lot of glue, just a little bit, but it's enough to keep it on there. As you can see, like, it doesn't shake or anything, it's stuck on there. So I put some at the top here and some at the bottom there. So there it is. If I open up the, let me actually unlock the car. If I open up the boot, you can see everything's back together again. I've got this in there. Everything was soldered down and wrapped with electrical tape underneath, so you guys can do that as well. So that's all good. I'll turn on the car real quick and show you guys what it looks like. So if I just put on the accessory, like, the car doesn't even have to be like fully on, like engine on. With the accessory, you can see there's the light. It's on, chilling, doing its thing. I've put my tripod away, which kind of sucks because I kind of want to show you guys it flashing when I step on the brake, but I can't really do that right now. I'm going to put some night shots in anyway, so I'll do it at night and it will look better that way anyway. But when I step on the brake, this thing flashes like 5 times or so, then it goes back to a solid light like this. So yeah, it will look pretty cool, I think. And that's pretty much it. So I'll put in the night shots and you guys can see it from there.